Yes, the house is settling. It has just some boards shifting or the pipes expanding and contracting with the temperature changes throughout the day. No, it's not the house that's making a noise. It's me. I'm whispering. But why? What am I whispering about? What secrets do these walls hold? Do they know something we don't? Let's take a look at the top 10 creepy things your house might be whispering to you. Number 10, the floorboards. Are you walking on eggshells around your home? Perhaps you feel like the floor is caving in beneath you or every step you take. It sounds like there's an ant colony underfoot scurrying away. Did you ever stop to listen closely to the floorboards when no one else was home? Maybe you thought it was a pipe or an animal. But what if the sound of footsteps you hear has nothing to do with the plumbing or pest? Some say walking floorboards are the ghosts of a former resident still padding about their home. If the footsteps are coming from above you on the floor above, it could be an apparition walking over your head. If they're coming from below, perhaps the former owner is merely looking for his slipper. Either way, the floorboards creak and groan, and it could be that your home is trying to tell you something very important. 9, a cold spot. Do you have a cold spot in your home? One room or corner that's always noticeably colder than the rest of the house. Sometimes this can be explained by drafts and windows that need to be sealed, but sometimes it runs deeper. Could it be that there's a ghost in your home that's causing a cold spot? Or maybe something malevolent has taken up residence in a colder corner of your home, sucking the heat out of the air and refusing to let go. When a room is colder than it should be, even with a thermostat cranked up high, it could be that you resharing your living space with a spirit that does not want to leave. Number 8, settling dust. Have you ever come home after being gone for a long time? Perhaps a weekend trip or a vacation, only to find that your home is covered in dust. You dusted before you left. You swear you did. But now it looks like an entirely different place, like you've never been here before. Where did all this dust come from? Even if you live alone, it's weird to come home to a dusty house, especially if you just cleaned. Could it be that your home is trying to tell you something? In some cultures, dust is seen as a sign of spirits moving through the home. If you see an unusual amount of dust suddenly appear out of nowhere, it could be that there is a ghost in your home and it is letting you know that they re there. Number 7, tiny footsteps. Listen closely. Do you hear tiny footsteps in your home? Perhaps you think it is mice scampering around the walls, or maybe you put it down to kids playing just out of earshot. But what if it's neither of those things? What if you're hearing the footsteps of fairies? Fairies are known to be tricksters. They love to lead people astray with their tiny footprints, either hiding treasure or leading you to danger. Fairies are powerful creatures who should not be messed with. If you hear their tiny footsteps in your house, it could be that they've made their home here and they're very not happy that you're resharing the space with them. And if they're fairies, then anything can happen. 6, rattling chains. Do you hear rattling chains inside your home? This could be the sound of a dog dragging its chain in the yard outside, but it also could be something more sinister. Could it be that someone is locked up in your home and they're pacing back and forth, dragging their chains with each step? This is a sound that's sure to make anyone jump. But what if the chains aren't just a figment of your imagination? What if there's a prisoner in your home? If you hear rattling chains echoing through your house, it could be that you're sharing it with a spirit who isn't very happy about it. 5, whispering voices. Are you hearing voices inside your home? It could be that your home is trying to tell you something. Are these whispers kind or are they cruel? Are they talking about you? If you start hearing whispering voices in your home, try to listen carefully to what they're saying. It could save your life. For example, they may be telling you that there is a gas leak in the house or a fire starting in the basement. Your home may be trying to communicate with you, and it is up to you to figure out how to respond. But it is important to note that you may also be hearing the voices of ghosts in your home. These may be friendly spirits or malevolent ones. You never know what kind of spirits haunt your home until you start hearing what they have to say. 4, heavy breathing. Have you ever heard heavy breathing inside your home? It could be that your home is trying to tell you that someone or something is in there with you. If you hear heavy breathing coming from under the floorboards or inside the walls, it could be that there's a wild animal trapped inside your house. That doesn't mean a raccoon or a squirrel. It could also mean something far more sinister. If you hear heavy breathing coming from inside your home, it could be that there's a vampire living in the walls. Vampires are known to sleep during the day, and if one has made its home in your walls, you might hear its breathing as it sleeps. Try not to look directly at it. If you do, it may turn and see you and decide to make you its next meal. 3. Children's laughter. Do you hear children's laughter inside your home? If it is late at night and you hear giggles coming from the hallway or footsteps and voices from upstairs, it could be that your home is trying to tell you something. Who were the previous owners of your home? Did they have kids? If so, it's possible that their spirits are still here playing with you. Whether you want them to or not, spirits of children are often seen as harmless, but you never know what kind of mischief they could get up to. And if they're attached to your home, they won't leave you alone. 2. Whispering window. Have you ever heard whispering coming from your window? Perhaps you've tried to ignore it, thinking that it must be the wind or trees swaying outside your window. But what if the wind is carrying more than just leaves? What if it's carrying whispers from another world? Some believe that whispering windows are a sign of spirits passing by. If you hear whispers at night, it could be that your home is trying to tell you that there's a ghost nearby. If you look out the window, you may be able to see them, but don't hold your breath. Ghosts are known for being incredibly elusive, and it could be that by the time you look out the window, they'll be gone. And no one. Clock ticking. Do you hear clock ticking inside your home? Perhaps you think it's the old clock on the wall or the grandfather clock downstairs. But what if the clock ticking is coming from inside the walls? This could be a sign that there's a ghost in your home. Why would they be stuck in the walls? Well, some believe that they died while trying to escape the home and are now stuck forever. If you hear the slow tick-tock of a clock in your home, it could be that you re-sharing it with a spirit and they want you to know that they Well, that's all for this video, but if you want to learn more about haunted houses, check out this video on house ghosts. And remember, stay